Oh, hello. I didn't realize it had started. So, gardening time is over because I just pulled out a beetroot. And there was a nice big redback just walking along. And I tell you what, it's absolutely beautiful. Like, I love redbacks. I think they're gorgeous spiders. Dangerous though, quite dangerous. I have actually been bitten by one before, but that's a story in and of itself for another day, which is also why I went with the redback spider on my tattoo on my arm. It is trying to turn my light on. Holy shit, guys, I was almost ready to make a video anyway. Sorry, I honestly had no intention of starting this. How the fuck is it going? Right, let's see if I can get me up the right way. So my mirror came off the wall, which is a pain in the butt. I'm stoned. Not nearly as stoned as I was when I started that blog that I wrote, that I posted recently. But it's not like when I was in the shed. That's a whole nother thing. You know, like they're just instinctual sort of. I know the spiders didn't get me, but because I also know it's a very poisonous spider, like I should check anyway, you know. It is too hot here in Melbourne. Like I said, I was preparing to make a video anyway. I just wanted to pull the last of the vegetables out, at least to get the like weeds gone. They're like so high, the weeds. And shit, I need to sit down, and it's way too hot and sticky to sort of sit on my bed. So I'm gonna figure out what I need to do. Hold on. Oh, I'm still here, people. Anyway, so I mowed most of my lawn. Ooh, maybe I should do that experiment that I was gonna do and turn my other camera on at the same time. I get the feeling that would probably be at least wise. That's right, let me finish the first part of the story. Mowed most of the backyard before it got like boiling hot. And then, like, I absolutely knew I was getting the new battery for my car before I had to drive to the shift tomorrow, right? I wonder where the hell yeah, so obviously they had to be done today. I watched one of my videos back last night, yeah, side note. The one with the police, you know, the SWAT team looking police thing, yeah? There it is. Really weird. It was funny actually because Rory, I know you watch my stuff, yeah? Like obviously I've blocked your main account on YouTube. That's what happens when you stalk someone, I guess, so to speak. I've noticed you've started a number of different accounts, I guess is what I'm trying to get to. Thankfully these ones I haven't approved the way I did last time. What am I trying to say? Please stop. It's honestly wasting your time and your energy. I'm not going to publish anything you say, okay? On the momento, let's see if I can do this. Oh, fuck, it is too flipping hot. Alright, I don't know, I probably should have maybe... let's see. Too hot for clothes. It's too hot for clothes. Right. Okay, yes, I'm getting somewhere. What am I trying to say, everyone? Let's turn this on. Let's go on. My hair is like this because I was talking to my mum via message, right? Is it tan lines or is that shadow? I put so much sunscreen on today. I swear to God, even with it actually being like fully absorbed in, I fucking still feel like I was getting burned the second I went out. Guess it might help if I have recorded. Let's see. Oh, made a noise. There's a red light. Pretty sure that's it, yeah. Anyway, where am I at? It's boiling degrees outside. I checked the weather. I don't know. I've been talking for 5 minutes, no, 6 minutes exactly now. And I checked the weather, I reckon 5 or 10 minutes before that, and it was like 32 degrees in Melbourne. Oh fuck, I have just realised something. Definitely won't be able to use this fucking camera because I am obviously topless in this. Okay. This is going to be interesting. We'll see what it's like. If it's way too much, then I'll just start it again, I guess, because I had never tried this before. Based on what I can see of myself on the other camera, it's, oh, nope, nipples lip. I was literally going to say it's cutting off whatever by like millimeters. And then I moved. So let's see what we can do to fix that. Okay, right. Oh, yeah, there we go. You know what? I'm pretty sure I need to stop this just so I don't get told off by YouTube, okay? Right, let's stop. Let's start again. Oh, no, did it again. All right, I haven't shown anything, just need to... Oh, I think I'm chopping my head off, but I don't flipping know what's happening. I have no idea if that's what I've done. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm trying to get it just right so my head is in it and my boobs are not. Right, let's just move the camera all the way back. No, I think that is making a mess. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. Well, I guess if nothing else, it'll be entertaining for me, yeah? Because I'm pretty sure from what I can see, it's chopped off, but I don't know either. I'm not going to think about that. I am hot and sticky and sweaty. I've got hair treatment in my hair because I was talking to my mum on Messenger throughout the day because I have, when I was planning, and it's not even planning, it's like I'm in my head constantly talking to myself. That's what I do. I'm surrounded by all of my imaginary audiences, yeah? When I was thinking to myself, I either have days where I can do literally nothing, and then I make it worse by not even allowing myself to enjoy them, or I do things like I did today, and that is probably going to be way too much considering tomorrow is jam-packed. So yes, so did I even finish the story? Yeah. Universe. I've been thinking about it a lot, yeah. Universe talks to us in every single possible which way there is, yeah? Okay? As a fucking uni student, I'm aware of all the, it's a pseudoscience, blah 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 blah. I'm too stoned to even try to put that into context. Anyway, what am I saying? The universe talks to us in every way. And I'd been thinking to myself, I'm overdoing it, but I wanted my backyard finished, yeah? But instead of doing the whole thing straight after picking up a like week's worth of fucking dog poo, which is obviously my bad, I got to a point, and I think I'd emptied the catcher twice, and it was, I mean, I haven't done it since whenever I last said I'd done it, and let's face it, I tell all of you basically everything, yeah? So it was a little long, so I had to sort of start higher up. and then go down a bit. And by the time I needed to empty it for the third time, I just was like, I think I'm done for now. I literally don't have the energy to like empty the gadget. The second one had been like super heavy, and I was just like, so I figured that was an appropriate time to go to the mechanics. Yeah. And apparently I need to now be keeping an eye on my radiator, because he was like, Australian car, built for Australian conditions, Australia is hot, people use aircon. And even though what Andrew had told me was exactly what happened, and I explained exactly to my mechanic, he was like, it still shouldn't happen, and the fact that it did means you might need to replace the radiator. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, I don't want to spend more money on this car. I really don't, yeah. And I was like, it's happened once and it didn't happen on the way home. So I don't know anything about that side of cars, but he, I don't know, like touched the underneath of the radiator and then the top, and then he was like checking sort of with his hands along the hose, and he said something like, it does appear there's like something wrong, but considering he's like you've barely driven since your last service. And I was like, well, I'm on disability, I'm a uni student, and I've been online for the last I don't even know how many months, yeah. So of course I haven't driven very much. Like tomorrow's drive alone is going to definitely take painkillers. Like days like tomorrow, days like today, they're the days that no amount of fucking weed in the world's gonna help. Yeah, I've had one Tajan today, 20 milligrams. I thankfully got hay fever pills, because holy fuck, man, my nose has been driving me insane. And I reckon it was like 2 or 3 nights ago I was trying to blow it, trying to clear it. And anyway, I thought it was fine. Went to lie down to keep watching whatever I was watching, and then my nose, thankfully I hadn't completely sort of laid back down. My nose started just like water coming out of it, and I was like, fucking hell. Thankfully it was like right into the like rubbish bin, but just water coming out my nose. Anyway, I think the redback crossed my path in such beautifulness. Oh, beautiful glory is actually the word that went through my head. I don't write the words I'm thinking. That much is just fucking with me. Like, I miss them, I do it, and it's like I've always known. Yeah? When you've been doing it for like your whole life, you obviously know something's wrong, but you're also able to like ignore it better. Yeah? Ignorance is bliss, as everybody says. Yeah? Wow. I wish I was still ignorant about the ADHD and the dyslexia, because those two things alone are fucking with me so bad. And then my pain and everything else gets added on top. Then I've got uni stress. Then I've got the simple fact that when I'm in a full committed sort of, no, committed is not probably the right word. Like if I'm in a very structured environment, yeah, like when I did the AOD certificate, it was a full day, 2 days a week, every week for 12 months, or except for the parts that were online with everything shut because of COVID. I am really good in those situations. I'm really good in, here's an idea, just in case my boobs aren't showing in that one and I can't figure it out. Maybe I should actually put it at a better sort of angle. I'm very mindful of this one because we're all aware of a very animated speaker, yeah? And I do not want to get pissed. I do not want to piss YouTube off. So, where am I at? Yes, the redback walked across my path because even though it's not really an issue, the redbacks are spiders are in the garden. You just work around them. I'm absolutely not someone to kill a spider. I don't care if it's a redback or not. I think I've caught like 2 or 3 fucking whitetails in my kitchen. Unfortunately, I'm starting to think I probably really should call some kind of exterminator about, I don't know. I just think I should at least call. I've only seen a handful of the baby cockroaches, but I think that's more than enough. And I'm gonna pay someone to deal with that shit. It's totally different. It's like the spray to keep me from being completely and utterly bruised for weeks on end. And the last mosquito fucking bite reaction like left a scar almost. So my very long, haven't got to the point yet, in nearly 16 minutes. Yeah, is I've obviously packed it in because it is, holy shit, 7:27 in the evening on Friday. I really know this thing. What does that say? The 24th of Feb. Most of my yard is done in the mowing sense. I was thinking to myself, I would love to know how to fucking whippersnipper. Not that I have one, but if I knew how to do it, I'd at least ask Andrew to borrow it. But I did as much as I could. Like I said, I've got a box full of fucking beetroots. No idea what to do with them. No idea, but I'll ask my new friend. I really wanted to give me this recipe for the pasta like ASAP, because as I said to her via message, I was like, I reckon I could eat that almost every day and not get sick of it. It was so delicious and so simple. I swear to God, the simplest stuff like that, I can't even get that right. I think I get more complex stuff better than the simple shit. Anyway, I needed to pack it in. But before I tried to finish it was like in between this, right in the post, where I'd gotten too stoned and then spent, I don't even know how long writing a post and getting distracted and coming back and forth. I was thinking about the conversation I'd had with my mum earlier about hair treatment. And I was like, Faith is my new hairdresser. I bought hairdressing scissors and like a leave-in treatment to repair and seal my split ends. I got more fucking flyaways than I know I'm supposed to, and it's just, I'm at that point where it's like, I will definitely be telling my doctor the next time I speak to her. Like, I'm sure it's nothing, but I don't understand why my hair seems to be so, or such bad quality when it's like it's been on, like, June will be 4 years since I was like, I think we're all born with the correct colour for all that we're like meant to be, whatever. We're all born with the colour that's perfectly suited to ourselves, was the thought and the realisation. And when I had that, I went to my hairdresser and was like, make it all match my roots, and I'm done. I'm never getting it done again. So you'd think it'd be healthier. I don't know, I've been like low on iron and this and that, and I'm taking all my vitamins and I'm being grown up. I'm being grown up so much that I spent hours last night, possibly the night before, can't quite remember, but you know, I make videos every single day for a reason. Many reasons I should probably clarify. What am I trying to say? I need health insurance. If I can't get NDIS, fine. I'm living in a house that is like ridiculously, amazingly priced, cheap. Yeah, like it's $100 a week that I pay for my house because, as most of you know, like I've said, it's not really I love my home, but they never planned on renting it out. It was sort of like a win-win, universal, divine timing kind of thing. I've been here 5.5 years. And obviously I've been saving, like I said, not knowing what's going on. Right, yes, but now that I have more of an idea, more of a like time and sort of know what I can do, I've realised that all these treatments I want, right? The massages and the chiropractors and the physio and the psychology and being able to check myself into a private fucking mental, a private psychiatric hospital. Yeah, I'm not at harm whatsoever, not at harm to myself or the next person or anything like that. Perfectly fine, truthfully, when I'm with people. Don't totally know what's going in between, but like I said, this being aware of these two fucking new things, I'm either trapped in my mind. Today I've been like, mind over matter, mind over matter, mind over matter, and like I'm very good at that sort of stuff with particular shit, you know. I don't know. When I feel like I'm trapped inside of my mind, no amount of mind over matter makes a fucking difference. Not a bit. And I'm prescribed Ritalin. I was prescribed dexamphetamine. I do not like Dex. Accidental, too much of that makes you... I remember having a fucking thought in like 3 o'clock in the morning, cleaning my fucking was then office, thinking this is far too much like ice. And it was interesting because in the moment that I had that thought, my next thought was like, I already knew I had literally no inclination to do ice ever again, but that was sort of like the cherry on top, going, this is fucking crap. And so I immediately changed. And even when I'm I'm getting better, I think, but like I really struggle on like certain shit, eh? Like the yard has been driving me fucking bonkers, right? The house was driving me insane. My house looks absolutely amazing, and all I need to do is a fucking real simple vacuum, because all I gotta do is stay on top of it now. Yeah? But I've got to say, I'm absolutely fucking beyond pissed off at the whole physio shit, because it's like, I did not get what I paid for. I'm very dissatisfied. I had already decided before this morning that I was going to talk to my doctor and have the last 3 sessions that I have change over to the chiropractor. But I wanted to like double check, yeah, and I think I've seen in videos before, like they've told me, like, you know, I did the first consultation, which was a fucking rip off at $110. No rebate on that one. The next one was the actual first one out of the plan, and then so I've had at least 2 of them on these like Pilates machine looking things. Like, I don't know, I've never done Pilates on machines before. I really enjoyed it. She told me that was all I needed, and there was absolutely no, that combined with the hydrotherapy, and there was absolutely no need for my chiropractor. And I'm just like, what the actual fuck? Yep, no. When I see him, at least I walk out having felt like actually something's been done to help me. Did not feel like that walking out of that other place. And that's all well and good. I've decided I'm not going back. Yeah, I will fucking go to the pool with my neighbour. On saying that too, side note, I've said that this thing's in my arm. It's like this birth control shit. But I was receiving messages and double checked, and I think it needs to be replaced. So I don't know if this is fucking causing whatever's happening. But when the pain hit me on the way to the pool, this is, all right, so I pulled over and I was like, okay, because this is where my intuition is at, yeah? This is where I'm just like, what the fuck, Liv? What the fuck, Liv? I say this to myself as, I think more times than anything else. Anyway, when the pain hit, No, I keep starting this, not to start a fucking story. When I woke up and saw the clock at 10:38, having meant to have met Andrew at 10, as I've said, it was flashing something about uni, so that confused the shit out of me. Then I registered, looked at it, got up and was like, okay, fuck, I need to go, thinking he'll probably at least be an hour in the pool, right? That was an estimate, thinking if I get through this as fast as I can get there, get in, and he'll still be in the pool. I didn't even do that, but that was the plan, yeah? But one of the very, very first fucking fleeting, fucking very definitely not what I consider like those, it's intuition is separating them between intuition and say, just having a fucking thought. I don't know, it's hard. I'm not at that point yet to about explain all this shit. Anyway, where am I at? Tell the fucking story, woman. I want to get in the shower. I went to put my swimsuit on. Yes. And the intuitive thought was, you need a tampon. And I was like, pretty sure I don't. Like, I was like, I don't understand. Like, we're so out of sync for myself. And I was like, no. And like I said, I very distinctly remember it. Very distinctly can see it in my mind as it's moving. And I never see, anyway, a side note again. And me just being like, and then obviously that sort of then made this feeling of, I think I'm meant to be late, almost. I guess that's probably why my gut instinct was not to go in, yeah? Because, where am I trying to go with this? When I pulled over, I checked that fucking calendar thing, right? And it was like, period, 28 days late. Ovulation starts today. And I was like, okay, that's what it is. But like I've said, I saw Andrew coming out of the pool because instead of doing what I said I was going to do, I fucked around because that's what I do. I got there, I then drove all around the car park looking for his car, and I know a couple of them, and I'd know them well enough by the, even though I don't actually know the license plate numbers, I know them enough to know what his cars, yeah? And then when I parked, again, I was just in this fucking pain, so I had to fuck around trying to find medication, and I'm pretty sure I've even said all of this part of the story previously. So by the time I'd done all of that, Andrew was walking out of the pool as I walked like to the main door. We talked, I went back to my car, turned on my camera like I do, and then made a fucking video for an hour and 4 minutes. Wasn't expecting that. Got home, my period started. And when I say that, it's like it's not really, I don't actually need anything except like very thin panty liner kind of thing because of this thing. But regardless, I'm just so fucking happy everything happened the way that it did, so I didn't end up in the pool. And that's just like a very simple, perfect example of what I'm trying to explain using a topic that I've never been fucking comfortable talking about, even as a woman. So yeah, where am I at? Yes, so anyway, there's a side note for that. So I've fucking in pain already, but most of my yard is done. Box full of beetroots, I don't know what to do. Have stopped, thankfully, because the redback showed herself and was like, Liv, it's time to pack it in and go inside. Thank you. I wanted to put shit in my hair while it's still out there, so by the time I got in the shower, so it was like double treatment because I put the other one in. See, talking about that has completely thrown me off because it's just, sometimes some of the stuff I think, I'm like, I've always been that person who says what I think, but this world has become so, and this is going to sound weird coming from me, sensitive, because it's like, I'm sensitive and I get that, but sometimes I think people put far too much emphasis on not really the right shit to be making our world an actual better place for everyone. And that's a whole other thing, yeah? There's plenty of things that this world does that I personally do not agree with. It's just that I'm very much in the minority, and it's things like that that need to be really approached the correct way in the world we live in. So I think I might even just stop that right there. Because anyway, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like I said, that, yeah, right. Sometimes some of the stuff I think, this is my point, is in this day and age definitely considered sexist. And I don't mean it because I'm a sexist person. It's just that I'm also someone who has certain particular stuff I just don't want to do, and truthfully would rather, well, I was going to say get a man to do it, but I mean, now I just pay for it, you know, like when I can. That's what I said to my mechanic today. He was asking me these questions. I was like, I pay you to deal with this part of the car. I was like, you check your records, I don't know. And he's like, I don't even remember what he said back at me. I was like, no, there's like more than enough stuff for me to have to fucking deal with, yeah? I don't really particularly want to deal with the inside of the fucking car, which I guess is probably why I keep asking Andrew to help me. Oh, and that's where I'm thinking maybe I'm coming. It's who I am. Like I said, some of the stuff I don't understand, but I'm way too just stoned and in pain and tired and sweaty, and I really need to shower. And I'm just trying to think of all the things I have started and not finished. I really wanted to finish like all my lawns and I guess in the garden, because the weeds were driving me mad, and the front lawn, and wash my car. That was unrealistic on every single fucking level, considering I still had to go to the mechanic. Technically, I needed to stop at the supermarket for things like bread and fucking soft drink. Oh, I had my last soft drink, the good one, the 75-cent IGO one, in my fridge, and the bottle looked fucking weird, almost as if it like had been opened and then resealed, because it was all like fucking airtight, like squished looking. And I just kept thinking, it's gonna be flat, but like I checked it, the seal was still sealed. No, it hadn't been opened. But yeah, it's flat. Icky. Had one can of lemonade. And earlier I had a vodka and V, and I got that much out of my vodka and lemonade, which was very evidently going to be the last one. I've got nothing to mix with it, nor do I wish to. What do I want? Did not realise how much of a difference having a new battery in my car would be like. Like, it's very noticeably better. What else did I start? The physio crap. Right. I wanted to know exactly how many I had left, obviously, because I now needed a new one, right? And I was still really annoyed at the fact that they'd already charged me $110. I swear to God, my head is chopped off in that one. If I figure out, not if I will, when I figure out how to transfer that to upload, which is my camera to my phone, to my YouTube channel and website, I think for fun, I'll post both. Yes, I like that idea. So, what was I saying? Not happy about the charged $50 to go to a pool, when it costs $8.70 to fucking enter, to get all these wonderful things that I was told I was getting. A personalized hydrotherapy program tailored just specifically to me and my needs. It very clearly says hip and knee replacement rehabilitation. I was like, what the fuck? So I Googled, right? So much crap I could have just gotten off the internet for free. And I'm just like, this is bullshit. Like, I'm so sick of being fucking ripped off and just being like, blah. I'm not going to do anything about it because I was never that person. And I guess now that I say that, I have just genuinely not really even tried to adult very well. I don't think recently, if I'm honest, now that I think about it. I definitely need help. That's absolutely true. Not in a I'm unsafe kind of way, obviously, since it's my like first shift to work tomorrow, and I'm super excited, more than capable and able and whatever and all those other things. I just am sick of living in absolute chronic pain, right? And I absolutely am just not going to be like dependent. Which one am I pushing? On fucking painkillers as strong as the ones I've been taking, right? Like I've said, days like today, it's a given. I have to, yeah? I'm in absolutely excruciating pain. So I'm going to put the shower on, but put the plug in the bath, and thankfully with this awesome new shower head, sit the fuck down. It's even maybe just pour a bath, half a bath, and do that because I'm in fucking so much pain. One of the things that I was told when I got this diagnosis here was, aside from the things like holding a pen are going to hurt you, I won't forget that one. Holding a pen does hurt me. Holding my vape hurts me. This one would have been better off staying lost. All the things I've said in the videos about it are very much right here because I'm the one who doesn't want to smoke or vape or do anything, and yet it's in my hand. I'm not going to buy another one. And I only managed all day. One part of my brain was like, I want to have a cigarette. And the other one was like, no you don't. And not no you don't is to try and convince me I don't. As in, no I don't. They taste like ass and they make me spit. Like physically have to spit every time I basically have tobacco, if I'm honest. That's how the whole meat thing started. But it wasn't spitting, it became very sick vomiting. When the soul wants what it wants, mate. I look so different in this video, like to that one. Anyway, right? What am I trying to say? I am being a grown-up because, one, very, very, very unhappy with this place. That was a very big lesson for me because I very much got swayed by the lovely receptionist. She's very, very good at her job, that's for sure. And it was so funny because, like I said, when I paused the video for my therapy session, my psychologist had guessed it within seconds, which I just thought was like 100% confirmation that it's not good. Anyway, I called them this morning. That was very nice. I can be nice. I'm nice. I can be nice. That's old live. I am nice. I'm just depends on lots of shit. Fuck, I gotta stop talking. I'm so fucking much pain. All I'm thinking about, aside from like having a shower, is getting the freaking magnesium stuff on. And I can't do that until I've done that. Anyway. Just wrap it up, woman. Where are we at? Right. Now I will just like almost really lose it. Physio, right? Yeah, I spoke to the receptionist. I told her how. I asked her about how many I had left. First off, yeah. And come to think of it, before I called them, I went through and searched a whole lot of Pilates classes on the machines, yeah? So I basically just put in machine Pilates classes near me, and like, as Google does, it gave me like a whole lot to go through and look at. So I went through each of these websites for these Pilates classes to get all the different prices and classes and how long the classes go for, and like, well, it felt like me for the first time in a long time, come to think of it. I really have just been melting in my own mind, I think, for so long now due to the isolation, that I lost that side of me, because whether people understand it or not, I very clearly and evidently view every single thing in this world very differently to the next person. And yes, we're all uniquely us, so it's obviously not what I'm saying, but I spend most of my time, I think, in confusion. Isolation doesn't help in any sense. I've actually left a message from my fucking psychologist to, I want another appointment. I think it's the end of what I'm trying to say there. Spoke to the receptionist about how I felt after I had been told that I still have 3 left. Their Pilates classes are $45 or $49. I think it was $45 for each one of 45 minutes. Yeah, and I was like, I've got a very generic, hydrotherapy plan. I was like, I got in the pool and I was told to walk up and down, and then do this. Like, I don't know, man. It's not $50 worth of fucking crap, is it? And where's my plan? Oh, that's right. It's not even a little bit tailored to me. Cannot wait to fucking be at that point in my life where I can get through an entire video, speech, show, whatever the hell I might be doing, wherever I am. Hopefully soon. I don't get so overly either animated or like, regardless if it's a good, bad, or in between thing, that it just adds to how much fucking pain I'm in. Thankfully, I know what I'm talking about, even if I don't make any sense to all of you. These are clearly not any kind of professional video in the entire world. These are very much my private, very public, online diary entries, I guess you could say. I guess you could say. That fucking sentence does my head in. So, that is obviously what I'm doing, yeah? The good thing, though, for me, I guess, at least, if nothing else, is that I really genuinely live with so fucking many crippling, debilitating, lifelong, incurable, mental and physical and neurological now health conditions. It's really fucking wonder that I actually do manage as well as I do. Maybe I should start really focusing on that. Not start, do it. I tell absolutely everyone I can see what I need to say to the next person, of course, unless I'm in distress. Totally different. Fuck me, I'm sick of feeling like I'm watching myself. I'm so fucking dissociated. That's what my problem is. I don't ever see fucking anything through here. I'm always watching. Probably not. I don't register fucking anything. Thank God I do record myself doing this, because that's actually really important. I might tell my psychologist that. More than anything in the whole world, all I want these days is to learn how to breathe correctly. I know it's the same thing with the whole trapped in the mind. Like, I've literally created a room in which its basic in use is for meditating. I tend to read in there, so now I also call it the meditation/reading room, but still, meditation, reading, and weed room. Technically, that's where I store my weed too. There are like so many things that I want to do and achieve in a day that if I had just one person around me, I would. But the silence is deafening when it's been years. And I am very acutely, or well, it might not be the right word, but aware of just how fucking overly excited is the word coming to mind I become when I meet new people or have a new idea or whatever it might be. And it's just, there are so many things I want to do, and because I can go hours without achieving things, as we're all aware at day 400 and something or other, because even if I could remember, which I can't, I've messed them up somewhere, so I'm going back through the calendar date thing to see where it's gone wrong. Obviously I haven't finished that. Just add that to the things I've started and not finish. But to finish off one thing I've been trying to get to the end of for 47 minutes and 15 seconds, which is the receptionist at the physio place was just like, she was lovely. She was like, oh no, we don't want anything to be wrong, blah, blah, everything's gonna be fine. And then she puts me through to the manager. She was very rude. And I explained to her what I explained to the receptionist, and she just starts becoming quite aggressive, like, as anyone who understands the ego and the higher self and all that stuff with the Eckhart Tolle in it, like behind it, because I am very much aware of the fact that if I say to someone it's your ego, and I say it to the wrong person who's no idea what the fuck I'm talking about in this sense, because I don't think of egos in the way most people do, they get real defensive. But still, as was this woman on the phone today. And I very nicely and calmly explained it to her. I was like, but I've also, I don't understand, and I think this is wrong. Like, this is not even a little bit what I've been, like, what I've paid for. And then she starts, like, I told her what I had and what it said, and she's like, well, you definitely can't get it on the internet. And I'm like, you most absolutely fucking can. And then she's like, why are you here? What did you do? Blah, 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 blah. She's asking me like all these questions. So I'm like, I'm sorry. Please look at my file. Like, I'm not doing your job for you, yeah? I'm like, I'm asking why I've been charged $50 to go into a pool that cost me $8.70 to enter, been given the absolute barest basics of instructions. I'm like, and then given some bullshit generic plan that's not even remotely connected to why I've gone to the clinic. And then she just starts almost yelling, and I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, yelling at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, could you please, like, I haven't done anything wrong. I was like, I'm asking you to either fix this, or I will speak to someone else about it. And yeah, she gets real mad at that point. I was like, could you just please stop, because you're being quite rude. And she just starts yelling, and she's like, I am not this, that, and everything. And I was like, I'm sorry. And I just, oh, fuck, I'm going to talk to you, thank you very much. I will just send an email to the people who I need to send it to. Yeah, be on my way. You charge me $50 for a piece of fucking paper. I'll send an email. Yeah. Anyway, that was that. That's fine. But like I said, I realised a few nights ago, or a couple of nights ago, whenever the fuck it might have been, it's 8:03, and it's just hit me how fucking hungry I am all of a sudden. I have sausage rolls in my freezer, as well as vegetables, and they sound delicious. Anyway, wrap it up, woman, wrap it up. Pain, so fucking high and bad. I hung up on them. Machine Pilates, there's heaps of places around where I'm at, yeah? And they've all got these like beginners sort of packages. It's like, buy 5 for 50, 5 for 60, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I might do that. And they're all 45 minutes each. And then they've got so many different things, yeah, like packages and whatnot. And I'm just at that point where I'm like, I need, as I've been saying since the beginning of the year, to be putting money back into me. And so I called the health insurance company that I'd previously used, because like I said, spent hours online looking for it, and I'm just like, bleh. I'd been with a particular health insurance company for a very long time, and they were amazing, and I was sick of fucking looking and figuring all this bullshit out. And I think, I don't even know, I'm pretty sure I said this at the start, don't know if I finished. Went to the fucking Violin Kidney, got the paperwork out, called today, spoke to this absolutely delightful lady, woman, person, I guess I have to say these days. Oh, mother. Oh, finish, woman. Alright, yeah, this one was lovely as fuck. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with this bullshit loading shit that this country has if you, like, don't have health insurance before you're 31, because turns out I had top of the line. Well, it turns out I knew I had the best possible top coverage for all extras in hospital. I already knew that, yes. When I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, as I've said in the past, that would have been around 2021, yeah? I'm 37 now. When I was diagnosed with the borderline personality disorder, at the time, I remember my doctor saying to me, and this is when the DSM-4 was used, not the DSM-5, which has now got a different kind of like way to diagnose it, to when the DSM-4 was out, which was how I was diagnosed against it. I know you all know what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, so back in 2000 and whenever it was, when the DSM-4 was being used for diagnosing mental health issues, borderline personality disorder had a set of 9 different symptoms, yeah, all with their own varying level. And yeah, if you had 5 out of the 9, technically, according to the book, you have borderline personality disorder. When I was diagnosed, you know, there are certain days in your life where you just know you're never ever going to forget them. Like they're going to be like entrenched in your mind until your 3D body dies. I have a few of those. They're none of them nice. What am I trying to say? Health insurance? Yes, right. I had the top one when I had, right, no, this is me starting a story in the wrong place again. Borderline personality disorder. All right, by this point, I've already got anxiety and depression. I think that's a given. I was showing OCD traits, but never had, was never diagnosed with it. And thankfully now I know that one's done. I'm good. It doesn't affect me anymore, the traits. I'm trying to think what else I'd had diagnosed. I had all my, not all of them, but my main physical chronic fatigue, my bladder, the pain, they were all around that. Anyway, to pull this fucker in, because I'm exhausted and I'm hungry and I want to get in my shower, I was at my doctor's, fucking hell, and he tells me, you have borderline personality disorder. He runs through the 9 different symptoms. He explains to me that I have every single one of them to the extreme, and that I was far too unwell to go on a public waiting list, so I needed to go home and immediately get top private health insurance. I had a long-term partner at that point, so I was in a relationship that was absolutely wrong for both of us on every single level there was, and he knew it because he actually said no for a long time, until he caved. And I was desperate for a family, and he had a little boy who he had majority custody of, and I was so broken, and I would have honestly done anything at that point to feel like I was loved. Absolutely none of it was real. I think he definitely grew to love me in a compassion friendship kind of way, and I think that's where I was at too. Obviously, it's just that like I said, broken and desperate, and I basically just wore him down. Should have ended it within 6 months, but I didn't. We didn't. Instead, I was I've always had a goal: buy my own home by 21. I'm going to do that for the 3 of us instead of fucking ending it and walking away, which would have been what should have happened. So I did. I bought a house. Yeah, it was my house, and we moved in, and life was horrible, and I just kept becoming worse, more ill, because, like I've said, broken, desperate, afraid, got every single fucking symptom of borderline personality disorder to the max. Like I said, the fucking doctor said to me, I won't ever forget it, and I did. I went home and researched the fucking shit out of the thing, because I've always been that person, a researcher. I went through a phase where I was going to be a research psychologist and study MDMA and LSD, and then this part of my mind that's always been that's absolute fucking bullshit. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I actually don't know what the fuck that is, because right now I know that at the moment it's, oh, look at that, 8:11 on the 24th of February 2023, 8:11 at night too, I should probably say. I've been sitting in my kitchen at my table for the last 59 minutes and 38 seconds. No, actually, I walked around for a bit to begin with. Anyway, I was going to say boiling hot, but that's not true. My aircon's on and it's quite lovely. I'm topless. I'm in excruciating pain. That's just getting worse. And I just sit here and I talk because it's like, I have had a long day. I don't have someone coming home. I will really have shit to talk about. What can I say? I really, really, really need to stop talking to people in person about me at all, I think, moving forward as often as I can, because I'm just becoming even more and more and more of what I could be like, because I remember me as corporate me. Corporate me is a fucking professional and a half. Are you kidding? She knows exactly what to do. I used to write people, like how people write their cover letters and CVs and interviews and like corporate growing up live, adult live, like proper adult live, like 37-year-old me. Perfectly capable. Doesn't mean any of what I've got isn't real, but can deal a lot better than this one, me, because when I'm alone, everything just starts to shut down except for my mind. And my mind, I don't know, go and watch last Sunday's video. That'll show you what the fuck I'm talking about. I need to stop talking. I know there's probably plenty of things that I haven't finished. The physio woman, not cool, but I am going to absolutely get the 5 classes for $50. That's cool. I called the man about the tennis because I messaged him and I hadn't heard back, and I was like, I'm just going to call the dude. And he's like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to call you back, like call you. Like, school's back, so all the clubs are reforming, so I've organised to play. Be interesting. I've organised to have a game of tennis on Monday morning. I thought I had the dentist on Monday afternoon, but I don't. It's Tuesday afternoon. Then I'm seeing my friend on Wednesday, my uni friend, who I haven't actually met in person yet. The one with the horses. I'm going to go earlier for that, I think, because I've now been asked to work the following day on the Thursday. That's cool. Abundant, right? That's abundancy, and like teach my new friend is really heightened where I need to still work on myself. I'm really happy with that and where I'm at. But yeah, like I've actually got quite a fucking lot of stuff happening now. I'm definitely feeling better. But again, like I have work tomorrow, so we got like, let's hope it's not an hour, let's say an hour, traffic there, we got a 3-hour shift. And then traffic to wherever the community picnic is, which Faith has said is like really close, so I still got to figure all that out. Then the drive home, possibly another hour. Let's average that. And then, like I said, Monday I have tennis in the morning. Tuesday I have the dentist in the afternoon. Wednesday I'm seeing my friend. She's like a 45-minute to an hour drive away, depending, because I don't know what the traffic will be like. That's Wednesday. Thursday I have work. Friday I have no idea if I've got anything planned, and if I don't, I still have to go and sort out my disability and the ABN thing. So busy. Yeah. Fuck. I almost wish I hadn't actually worked that out right just that second, because it just makes my whole body react with like holy shit. because as awesome as all of that is, and I'm fucking happy because I'm out of my house and I'll be around people, which obviously is exactly what I want and need. Without fail, pain and exhaustion levels just soar. It's all good. It's all good. As I said to my dog, or as we discussed, I should probably say, I'm the one that became overly aware and was like, no, I don't want to be using this medication like that, and then dropped it. So it's not like, yeah. Everything is all good except for how much pain I'm in. I've had a fantastic day though, so I am really happy about the fact that my lawn looks good. I have actually made I've written a few blogs throughout the day, so if you want to see the photos, just jump on my website. Link will be in the description. Yeah, it's an hour and 5 minutes and 32 seconds on this one, and I have no idea on that one. Until later, bye.